All right, here we go. Bell helmet whole shot, and sure enough, that number 12, Joe Santos, putting that Yamaha out front early. And here we go. Look at this. It's Hunter Nish. Knows what he has to do, has to get up front in this one. I got to have you take a look at some of these scores, because I'm going to ask you if this is some of the highest numbers you've ever seen. Take a look at like 42 and 4, and but dude, you know, not one of my strong suits, quick math, and unless there's a dollar sign in front of it. Right. Well, actually, no, in control, Leatherman with 3, but then we go to 6. But look at all these guys, 11, 17. It's just bizarre what the wide range of finishes are. Joe's. Exactly.
But some of the classics, the younger classics today, there hasn't been a race. Oh, did I get the RF off? Why does that happen? And one time, sorry, microphone wasn't working there. One time you turn it on, it won't work. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, we talked about it with Kevin Kelly all week. The less experienced classes, the younger classes, are usually more inconsistency.
Yep.
Not with our 50s this week. Those kids were nailing it across the board, 111s, 222s. We are seeing it in this 250C limited class, though. Hard to be consistent. You can look at the 30 plus or the 40 plus class. They're rock solid every moto, but these kids are learning. Joseph Santos learning the most right now. He got out front early. Nish able to get around him. So Nish trying to dig this championship out. Derek Leatherman is up to 4th. That would be enough to win the title by 1 point. And unfortunately for Nish, there's nothing he can do. He cannot do any better than a 1st. And Leatherman's moving forward on the number 40.
Yeah, Leatherman has this thing dialed, no question. I watched him through the first 2 turns. It almost looked like he checked up, because he's like, I am not going down.
Good.
It's not going to, yeah, for sure, dude. That race management, you know, racecraft. And I was glad to see that he actually made the wise decision, gave himself plenty of room. But look where it sets him already.
Yeah, he's moving up to 3rd right now,
Right.
battling with Elijah Tetzloff, or Eli Tetzloff, as they go into the 10 Commandments. Whoa, Leatherman, was that on purpose? I don't know.
I don't know if that was an alternate route right there that he took. We've seen that technique before, but look at this. Ends up setting up in good position, gives him the smooth line, but not able to seal the deal.
That was
Bizarre.
either impressive or lucky. I'm not sure by Leatherman. So checking up, I'm really impressed by that early, because that's one of the things the younger riders,
Yep.
they just want a whole shot at all costs. You go for the glory, you don't need to, man. You start 5th, you're going to be okay.
We saw it yesterday.
Yep.
Championship contention, gone for the gusto, man, showing that bravado.
Yes.
Boom, out of the championship in 1 corner.
Yeah, and a 1st turn crash is the absolute worst way to do it. And you see at the very highest end, as Santos now on the 12 is under pressure from Tetzloff and Leatherman. You see it at the very highest end. I'd always say, Ricky Carmichael might not have had the most hole shots, but he never got bad starts. He just knew, get me out top 5, and I'll handle the rest. So if you try to drive it in there too deep, you try too hard to get the whole shot, you could be 0 to 0 real quick. Sometimes it's better to just be like, okay, I'm gonna just start 5th, not take any chances, and then the rest is on me.
Always a good choice. You know, Weege, within 1 second after that gate drops, how good your jump was.
Yeah,
Now,
and then manage it.
It's an instant decision.
Yeah.
Do we pursue it? Do we let it sort out real quick? But I'll take a top 5 start, a top 8 start on 2 wheels rather than a whole shot and land on my head, because I got cleaned out from behind.
Or what I'm saying is you come into the 1st turn in 5th and you're like, dude, if I brake hard enough, I'm gonna pass all 5 guys. Sometimes you gotta just chill out.
Absolutely, and for a young rider to say that and do that, oh, very difficult.
But Leatherman did it, man. He was in a tough spot. He wiggled his way out of it. Now he's in 4th. He's in control of the title. How about Elijah Tetzloff here on the 45? He's moved up to 2nd around Santos and saw them putting the pressure on the 12. Tetzloff championship, it's going to be a stretch. He has a 4th in the 1st moto, but a 12th in Moto 2. So that number 46 right there, he's got his work cut out for him. Santos looking over, he sees Leatherman down to the inside.
Wow.
The Leatherman, he took the blade out on that one.
Yeah, he
sliced him up.
He used blade number 11 right there. That was the wedge. wedged himself right in there.
Oh, nice, nice.
Exactly.
Well, he's the tool Suzuki has been looking for. Man, Suzuki came so close to titles in the B class. We had that amazing battle in B class where Preston Kilroy almost got it and came down to the last lap, but they got denied. At one point, Dylan Schwartz, we thought, was going to win a B title.
Man.
He stalled while running in the lead position, and that coughed up his title. So the only one that might go to the Suzuki folks is right here with Leatherman in the C class. But we talked about it all week. Maybe the overall championships aren't going to show it, but Suzuki is definitely back to being a player. They had 3 B riders on the podium in nearly every moto.
Impressive all week, Weege. Let me tell you something. And they know anybody can look and see it. There's no denying what the RM Army did today. They took possession of some of this territory down here at the ranch. Yeah,
and B classes are stacked, man. So you run up front there. I know they were really pumped to run up front in the B250B stock class, because that really shows that the bike can run.
You better believe it. But how confident are they? We'll match your contingency to come by
That's
our
unbelievable. I've never heard of such a thing.
The competitor's contingency if you apply it to a new RM.
I never heard of that. That's, you know, for me, I'm just looking for coupon matching or double coupons. That's essentially what Suzuki has done. Well, as you watch Leatherman here on the Suzuki looking to dial in this title with 1, 2, 3 moto scores. Hunter Nish, the mission is easy. Win this moto and then just hope and pray that it falls your way. He's doing his part. He's leading it.
Yeah, he's done what he's need to do, but I tell you, we've got a lot of time. This one only a 15-minute moto, though, not a 20-minute moto. So basically coming up on the halfway mark right now. So far, falling right into Nish's plan. But as we know, these guys are going to get excited, going to start making some crazy decisions here. And who knows how this one's going to play out, because only halfway through.
Tripling out of that the Storyland. Yeah, Leatherman does look good. Let's see if he can maybe even make a run at Tetzlaff. No, actually, last time around, a bad lap for Leatherman.
Yeah.
Tetzlaff slipped away.
What I was going to tell you, Tetzlaff and Nish both running a 203, a 203.7, a 203.8. The only problem for Tetzlaff is there was real estate between them when he started matching speeds.
Yep. Yeah, that good start for Nish definitely helped. He started second. He got to the lead. Fourth is now Santos. Cameron Campbell 5th, Trenton Sherman 6th, Luke Allison 7th, Dylan Nation 8th, Ben Blakely 9th, and Cale Johnson got that kale smoothie. Got all those nutrients packed in there. He is in 10th. Leaping his way to the infield is Leatherman on the number 40. You can see Tetzlaff up in the distance. Maybe he can make a run for second. Now you have to wonder, does everyone know where the points fall? We always up here assume everyone knows everything. Oh, they got the pit board. Oh, they've talked about it. Half the time, then you go down to the podium and the rider's like, I had no clue what was going on.
Right, and I love when I hear that too. I didn't even know.
Didn't even know. Happens a lot.
Awesome. You were racing.
Yeah,
and you were focused, you were moving forward. Maybe the team was in form, maybe they weren't, but you were doing your end.
There was one class, I'm trying to remember what it was yesterday, where I think they told me they purposely didn't tell their rider because they wanted him to just keep riding. Don't start thinking about, ooh, okay, now I can cruise in or now I have to go for it. Just do your laps.
Right.
So they didn't want to tell him where he stood.
That was their strategy, and it worked.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was a great move.
For sure.
Yeah, they didn't want him to know. Don't think about too much. Just take it lap by lap, corner by corner. I know it's oversaid, but that's called riding your own race.
That is called riding your own race, and we've seen many races overridden this week. Hey, real quick though, we take a look at the consistency out here. Taking a look at a collar, actually very different than we've seen the last few days. They watered early this morning, but with this clear sky, with this low humidity, look how it has absorbed it. No need to really search for lines out there because they're from one side to the other of all these corners already in the third race.
It is amazing how well this has all worked out, even down to the late of the day motos where you figure, look out, that's going to be, you know, track will be blown out, a lot of the lines are gone, there's going to be some that are too deep. No, most of the track has stayed raceable all the way, you know, racing at nearly 7 p.m. We still had good places to pass and a wide racetrack. It's easy to make a track look wide, but if half the lines are blown out and unusable, it's not. But they've done a good job keeping it together. Go ahead.
Yeah, taking a look last time, lap number 4, Nish now a 2:04, Tetzloff a 2:07, Leatherman a 2:06. So the definite advantage to Nish right there. As you said, riding his race, done his part right now. Going to see what happens behind him. He has no control over. So here we go. 4 minutes, 2-lap card. Going to be out this time around as Nish makes his way through.
Watching a little battle here on the screen with Cameron Campbell on the 63, trying to hold his position. And the 52 of Luke Allison. So that's right around 5th, 6th, 7th, slugging it out right now. The 52 of Allison coming across. I think he might have moved up a spot. Let's see, he was 7th.
Yeah.
He did. Now he's up to 6th. So he and Dylan Nation battling in 6th and 7th.
I got to tell you, every time I've looked at Nation this week, he's been in a battle. Never was Nation riding by himself. Dude,
man.
That guy was either getting hounded or hounding somebody, one or the other.
You know, that's one of the kind of untold stories of this event. I know you have some buddies, you know, their whole goal is just qualify. Once they get here, they're like, man, I don't know, maybe I could get top 30. But what they always say is, regardless of the results, they're like, whatever position I was in, there was a battle. You go to your local race.
Right.
If you're back at 30th, first of all, there might not even be that many riders in the class.
Right.
But they're like, good start, bad start, I fall, whatever. There's still dudes to battle all around. And you can see it right now. We're in the 10 Commandments. When you have the best of the best, everyone's good enough to fight for their position.
That's right. And talking about 15 and 20-minute motos, doesn't matter. The conditioning right now I'm seeing is really becoming less of a factor because they're all in shape.
It seems that way. I mean, these guys are going for it, and white flag's going to be coming out.
We saw fast laps on lap 7, 8, 9 this week.
Right.
Bizarre, my man.
Absolutely. And this is a good three-way dance we're looking at right now with Allison and Nation, Trenton Sherman, Cameron Campbell all in this pack. The 92 is Sherman, that's 5th. Then Luke Allison and Dylan Nation right behind him. That's this 3-rider fight we're watching as we go into the big Sandy sweeper. These 3 are duking it out, almost 3 wide into this corner.
They
literally
are
3 wide.
Yes.
Woo! The 98 of Nation. Yeah, you're not kidding, Megawatt. This guy has got some experience making passes this week. He is in a dogfight right now.
I tell you, it puts me into mind of the number 55 machine of Austin Black. That guy, all week long, dude, he was banging bars with somebody. The guy never had a free moment.
Nope. And man, that takes the heart rate up for sure.
Wow.
I was talking to, look at this, it's 3 wide again as we get to the corner near the finish, and the white flag's coming out. Oh, stuffed him, and off the motorcycle goes the 92 of Sherman.
Wow. And that's what that racing leads to. Somebody was going to make a mistake. Those guys were 3 wide for half a lap, and it was just a matter of when and who.
That's right. Well, it looks like it's all over as far as the title is concerned. If Leatherman can hold on. Hunter Nish looking to win the moto. Leatherman has moved to 2nd. It's Tetzloff who had a problem. A bad lap for Tetzloff. And he is, he ran a 2:17, and that's going to drop him. He was 2nd. Now he's back to 4th. So Leatherman now looking at a 2nd in the moto, and Santos, who got the lead early, might be able to salvage a podium.
Absolutely incredible. We'll talk to you in just a few minutes. Going to call this one to the end here. White flag next time around. So about a lap and a half. Hunter Nish out there on that 22 machine. Going to try to keep it on 2 wheels. Bring this one home. Derek Leatherman set to accept the title here at Loretta Lynn's. Had to get word across the radio there for a second, but back to the action. Oh, man, down. Somebody down hard here just before the finish line. That is the number 25 machine. As a matter of fact, I think he just picked himself up over there behind the billboard just a minute ago. The number 25 machine on that Yamaha here, having troubles on both sides of the track. And right now looking for that 22. There he is. Hunter Nish coming around one more time, trying to keep himself out of trouble, up out of that deep rut, taking the high line around. Quick glance over his shoulder. Here comes the 22. And that is it. The number 22 machine taking the win here, Hunter Nish. Derek Leatherman looking to wrap up the championship here on that number 40 Suzuki. And there he comes, cruising through. Big victory rev there. Everybody running down toward the podium. Pumped up, want to see exactly how this one played out to round that podium out. But right now, Hunter Nish with that win. Actually, Joe Santos coming in the second position. Leatherman not putting up a fight there on this last lap, knowing that pretty much had that title in hand. Luke Allison now, he's followed by Trent Sherman. Ben Blakely in the number 6 spot. Dylan Nation fought his way to a 7th place. Cameron Campbell in the 8th spot. Cal Johnson in 9th. Elijah Tetzlaff in that number 10th position. Colton Smith in 11th. Damian Busseri in that 12th spot. Nathan Alfaro brings it home in 13th. Clayton 4th in the 14th spot. And Mitch Miller on that 19 Kawasaki, he comes home rounding out the top 15. Getting that bike cleaned up down there on the podium right now, making sure we got those tire stickers in the right position, making sure all those sponsored towels and hats are lined up. So big times down there on the podium right now.
So there was a change there, huh? Santos taking second, Megawatt, and Leatherman ends up third in the Moto?
You bet, that's correct, Weege.
Okay, good to know. But we do know this one for sure. The gold medal goes to Hunter Nish. Awesome ride, and you had to make a pass to get it and pull away. Gotta feel good.
Yeah, it feels great. Last Moto to get the win is awesome.
Tell me about it. How did the Moto go?
It was really good. I got off to a rocket start thanks to Hoosier Tires hooking up. Great. I just made a quick pass, got in the lead, rode my own lines, and checked out.
Who do you want to thank, Hunter?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, my girlfriend, MB60 Action Sports, VP Racing, 6D, Factory Connection, Hinson Works Connection, 7S Cycle, DP Brakes, Backyard Design, Fly, Maxima, Bristol Core, X-Brand, Moto Option, Pro Filter, Kyle Farnell, my trainer, Ian Burks, Speedworks, Ronnie Tishner, and the whole Hoosier crew for hooking me up with tires.
Let's hear it for Hunter Nish taking the gold. They joked around. They said girlfriend. Wow, I didn't know about that one. Okay, congratulations, Hunter. We do need to move the number 22 off of the podium. We will bring up the number 40, which is going to collect the championship. But let's talk to, while we're bringing the number 40 up, let's bring up our second place finisher in the Moto, who will also be our Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award winner. And a great job. At one point he had drifted back to 4th, but he never gave up on it. And he ends up getting back to the number 2 position. So let's bring the number 12 on up. Let's hear it for Joseph Santos. There you go, Joe. First of all, what's it feel like when you rip a start here at Loretta Lynn's?
Oh, that felt great. I haven't been getting the best of starts, and finally to pull one out was nice.
And then you never gave up, man. We had you in 4th at one point, but you just kept going.
Yeah, I just tried to put in some smooth laps and open the track up a little bit and just put down some solid times.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and my family, along with my girlfriend, for coming out and supporting me. And I'd like to thank MTF, Fly, and Triangle Cycles for everything they do.
All right, second place and your Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award to Joseph Santos. So now we are ready to crown a champion. He finished 3rd in the Moto. That's all he needed because he was consistent, and consistency wins championships. So with the bronze and the Shield Trophy, let's hear it for Derek Leatherman. And you're also going to receive a set of Oakley sunglasses, but only for the special lady. I don't know if that's going to be your wife. No? Not your wife? Maybe mom? Sister? Okay, so you knew what you had to do, I'm assuming, going into this Moto. Did you know that you didn't need to win it?
Yeah, the last 2 laps I had a flat tire, and I just had no traction whatsoever, but I just knew I had to stay in front of 4th.
Were you a little bit nervous at that point?
I was. Then I saw a second go down. It gave me a little bit of a breather, and then I figured he would come back, but I wasn't too worried.
We always ask C-Class champs, what's your background, man? How long you been racing?
Since 4, but I wasn't too good on like the small bikes, the 2-strokes. Then I was on this for about a year, and I've just been putting a lot of work in.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank?
Mom, Dad, my brother, my sister, MPR, Race Tech, Suzuki, Hoosier. That's all.
All right, and that's it. I'm going to bring Tad DeWalt from the American Motorcyclists Association up to the stage, and he is going to hand over the #1 plate in the C division. Let's hear it for your new champion, Derek Leatherman. All right, we'll celebrate down here. I'm going to hand him a bottle of champagne that you can shake. If your crew wants to come up and get in some photos, have at it, folks. The stage is yours.